So, what do lobsters have to do with love? Crazy, crazy, crazy question. I know. But I want to talk about it because it can make all the difference for you. If you are a single woman and you're looking for love and you're hearing about friends that are getting married, or maybe all your friends are already married and you're feeling like, it might never happen to you, then this is the conversation we need to be having. And this talk today will give you some insight on really what makes a difference between the women who find love and desire marriage and actually have it happen and they get engaged, and those that don't. Because if you're wanting love and you're wanting partnership, then this is key. This is key. So I know it's a crazy title, and I hope it allowed you to kind of like come into our community so that we could have this discussion. And this actually came up this past week as I was thinking about and preparing for a call that I have that's coming up this Thursday. We're doing a love panel. And recently I found out that there have been 3 recent engagements in our community. Women who are getting married to the love of their lives. I'm seeing pictures of women in their masks and they're getting their wedding dresses altered. Other women are getting their wedding dress coming in the mail during COVID. I just recently heard the love story. It's just so amazing. I can't wait for you to hear Karen's love story. And these all 3 women are women that I have worked with personally, that I will be interviewing this Thursday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll make sure that we put the links below. So does that sound good? Give us some hearts if you like the idea of being able to ask these women any questions that you might have, and join us this Thursday. But let's get back to the lobsters in love. So there actually is a link with lobsters. In fact, you might not know this, but lobsters are actually eating them. They're an aphrodisiac. And that's actually not what this conversation was about. But I just want to let you know, if you're a lobster lover like myself, that it is an aphrodisiac. And what a great way to get sexy on with one of the finest meats on the planet. So let me give some context here. Is when I think about if there's one food that would be like the highest level of delicacy for me, it's a lobster. And I have loved lobsters since I was little. And what a delicacy. Something that I don't get to have very often. Now I live in Colorado, but I grew up in Wilmington, Delaware. And so anyway, for me, it's my absolute favorite meal is just having a live lobster with a fresh drawn butter, and it's like eloquent and simple and just scrumptious. For that is my relationship to lobsters. And as you know, if you go out to eat, they are quite expensive, often one of the most expensive things on the menu. So I was in a conversation with women a couple weeks ago, and these are women that I work with in business that are colleagues of mine. And we were talking about how we had been down in Hawaii together, and our mentor took us out to dinner. And she said, ladies, order whatever you want on the menu. Now you have to imagine it's a 5-star resort. It's at a place called the Mauna Kea on Kona. It's a magical, magical place. And so there we are around this table. There were probably about 13 of us overlooking the ocean, and the sun had already gone down. And just imagine this exquisite beauty and the warmth of the air. And here we are gathered as women to share in a feast. Now, this community as a mastermind, we had to actually pay in quite a bit of money to be part of this elite group. And so when the mentor said, order anything on the menu, I ordered, can you guess? Yes, I ordered the lobster. And I will say that there was a moment that I was like, ooh, should I order it? And it's fascinating because I heard a gal sitting next to me, and she had ordered it. And it was almost like, well, if she orders it, yeah, I can order it too. And I don't even know if I would have needed that level of permission. And yet she ordered it. Well, going back, so I did get the lobster. It was scrumptious. It was amazing. And what an amazing meal that was. Now, just for a couple weeks ago, what does that have to do with love? And again, what does that have to do with love and marriage and engagements? So I'm in this conversation with two other women that were at the table that night. And the conversation came up around worthiness. And we were talking about, you know what? You have to eat the lobster in life. And what I mean by that is that you actually have permission to go out there and really enjoy, like, know that you're worth it. And when it comes to magnetize your man, your king, your soulmate, you are totally worth it. You are divine. You bring so much to the table in relationships. And so what I discovered in this conversation with these other women that were at the table that night, one gal's from the Midwest. She's also a business owner. And come to find out, she wanted the lobster, but she wouldn't order it because she felt guilty. She's like, who am I to order the lobster? And then the other gal, I'm trying to remember, I actually think she did order the lobster, but felt really, really guilty about it. And then there was me that actually had a second thought of like, oh, do I order the lobster? Is that okay? It's the most expensive thing on the menu. And it didn't take me long to say yes. So what does this have to do with your life, your love life? Your dream of getting engaged is for you to own the fact that you're worthy of love. You're worthy of magnificent love. The kind of love where you feel nourished and supported and you're lifted up. In fact, in partnership with this special person, and he's out there, is that he wants to treat you like the queen that you are. And so when I thought about these women, these three women that I've worked with that in the past year have gotten engaged, one of whom just got engaged, two within the past, during this whole COVID thing, right? COVID love stories. The thing that I think made the difference for them, because I've seen these women, for example, Sheila. Sheila is going to be joining us on our love panel this Thursday night. And I can remember when I first met Sheila. She was going through a really challenging time in her life. She was without a job, and she was used to having a really fantastic job. She had some health challenges, but the biggest thing is that she didn't have self-esteem. This is a woman that has like 3 masters or a PhD. Like, she's very educated. And when I met her, she was dealing with a lot of health conditions, and she felt so much shame. She didn't feel worthy of love. And now here she is. I'm getting images, private images of her with her face mask, trying it on her dress in the bridal shop. So would you like that to be you? And if the answer is yes, the single key that is connected to lobsters and love is knowing that you are the finest piece of art, of work, of love. You are God's finest. And you deserve to have that love in your life. And if you're not owning your worth, it's going to be hard to magnetize him. Not only will it be hard to magnetize him, is that if you do magnetize a man that you think might be okay, but just okay, they're not going to treat you like a queen. So the single thing that I want you to get today, that's the distinction between women who find love and are able to get married, and that's what they want in life, and they find their soul partnerships, and those that don't. Number one, worthiness. Order the lobster. Know that you're worth it. Ask people that you know, ask them whether or not they know anyone that's searching for love. And the other thing that these women did differently than other women out there is they found a community of women that could support them on their journey. So number one, worthiness. And number two, find community of women that can support you in love. And they are a stand for it. Hey, Karen, yes, you are worthy. And so that really is the key here. That is the key. It's like when you take all of the things that you could consider might be getting in your way of finding love, what I believe is a woman's worth is at the core of whether or not she'll find that love of her life and attract that. And he will want to treat her like a queen, and he'll want to spend his life with her. And so this is my question for you is, do you feel worthy enough? If so, write I am worthy in the comments below. And if you're not there yet, start treating yourself like a queen, like you are worth it, baby. And join us this Thursday. I'll put the link below in our love panel discussion. We'll have Sheila there to share her love story. We will have Karen there to share her love story that just happened recently. It's fantastic. Ladies, you're not going to want to miss this love panel. You'll be able to ask women live because we're going to be doing a Zoom. So it'll be a live interaction. It'll be facilitated, and you don't want to miss this. Learn from what they have learned in the journey of love. Ask them any question you have to rebuild your worthiness. So this time next year, you might be getting engaged. You might be sharing pictures of you in your wedding dress. We might be seeing rings on your fingers and celebrations happening. So I can't wait to have you join us this Thursday. Don't miss it for our love panel. We'll put the link below, and join us on Zoom, and let's celebrate engagement. Let's celebrate love. If there's a part of you that's feeling, I'm a little jealous, come to the call, because jealousy tells me that you think that love is for other women and not for you. So this is a beautiful next step for you owning your worth and receiving the love that you deserve, because love is your destiny. Hello, Barbara. Yes, I am worthy. So I can't wait to celebrate these women and their love stories and their journey. And be sure to join us. I'm Dr. Kelly Martin Schuh, Amazon bestselling author, speaker, and transformational coach for women. Signing off. Join us every Tuesday, same time, same place. Love is your destiny.